Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Praying for the mercy of our dear Gurudev and the mercy of all Vaishnavas, we continue reading Shri Vilapa Kusumanjali by Srila Raghunath Das Goswami with the commentaries of Srila Nantadas Babaji Maharaj. Verse 82. O Radhe, with a face like a fully blooming lotus flower, when you go out to meet Krishna at night, your swiftly moving feet become afflicted with fatigue. O Devi, when will you, although you are shyness personified, call me by name to massage those lotus feet? Then I know that you have accepted me as your own.
Jai Shri Radhe, good morning.
Jai Shri Radhe. Good
I
day,
have
all.
hello. What is fatigue? What is meaning fatigue?
Tiredness.
Huh?
Tiredness.
Müdigkeit.
Ah.
Very tired.
Oh, I forgot this. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I will repeat one more time the verse. O Radhe, with a face like a fully blooming lotus flower, when you go out to meet Krishna at night, your swiftly moving feet become afflicted with fatigue. O Devi, when will you, although you are shyness personified, call me by name to massage those lotus feet? Then I know that you have accepted me as your own. So yesterday, devotees were sharing Baba's commentary about how kinkaris are completely absorbed in their service. And he prepared us for this lila that is following by being an example of humbleness, saying that I do bhajan only for my own welfare, but someone who is experiencing Radha Kinkari Bhav is doing this 100% for the service of Swamini. And we heard about Radhika, who is more soft than the softest flower, is running unstoppably to meet Krishna in the night. And Tulsi Manjari is running after her, being ready to serve her when she needs a massage for her feet after running through all the obstacles which she vanishes with the weapon of love. Now I will continue with the lila that will be further described here now. This avisar is very passionate, very forceful, and nothing can stop its course. It's inconceivable that she, who is softer than a flower, can move so swiftly. The cause of all this power is her strong attraction to Krishna's form. Shri Radhika thinks, Saki, the form of Shyam appears in my heart day and night, in my dream and in my sleep. The Sakis and Manjaris become afraid when they see the force of Prema Pagalini's Radhika, who is mad with love for Krishna, love journey, and they say, Saki, give up your zeal in meeting Krishna. Move your delicate lotus feet slowly. Now, Swamini's lotus feet, and indeed her whole body, begin to hurt because of the fast course of her love journey. Abhisar, O Devi, you will call me by my name to engage me in massaging those painful lotus feet, although you are Sri Punja Murti, the very form of abundant bashfulness. One of Sri Radhika's 108 names is Sri Bhatta Vastra Guptangi, she whose body is concealed by a silken garment of bashfulness. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is described, she wears a blue silken sari of bashfulness.
Radhe Radhe.
Jai Shri Radhe.
I was just feeling that when we are lucky, then also Gurudev is calling us to go on this Jiva Abhisar. He is calling us, come to Vrindavan. I'm waiting for you. He doesn't say that to everyone. Just to the devotees that he's very merciful with. He's telling, come. Don't waste your time.
Niti, kannst du dir ein Mikro holen?
Oh, okay. Myself.
Ist ein bisschen leise.
Like this? Like this better?
Ja.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, we can also understand that we are the aspiring dasis, and Guru Dev is Guru Manjari. So she's also calling us and saying, come to Vrindavan. Don't lose your time. Come to your Jiva Abhisar, your journey into the form of a dasi, into the realization of your soul, and into the realization of your Svarup. I felt like that because Swamini is the perfect example of how strong she is feeling. Shyam is calling her. So when we are lucky, we can also always feel the call of Gurudev or the call of Radha Mohan, the call of our friends to go on this journey in a smooth and swift way, so that we can develop my inner feelings for being a dasi. And why it is so passionate. Srimati Radhika is so passionate because she wants to fulfill Mohan's desire, and his desire are so strong. So he's also drawing her. So like this, if someone has such a strong desire, and Gurudev also has such a strong desire for us to move in our journey, he's feeling, oh, I want my dasis. I'm Guru Manjari. I want my dasis here with me. Come and let's serve Swamini together. He will not say this to anyone. In general, he will say, all of us, we have to take shelter of Srimati Radhika. And here is Vrindavan, the place where she is eternally residing and where everything is more tangible. It's more felt. It's more immediate. But if we are lucky, he will call us and say, what are you doing? Don't waste your time. Make it possible. although Gurudev is also very shy, he can be very shy. He will not always open up. Sometimes he will not say anything. Like yesterday, he just said, read. And by reading, you will understand slowly. So when we are lucky, then the closeness with Guru Manjari is such that she will call our name. And like Tulsi Manjari, she is so close with Swamini that Swamini is calling her name. So that is a really, we can be proud if this happens in my life. We can be really happy. This is not ordinary. This is extraordinary. And sometimes we can feel the call. It's inside of my heart. It comes through different channels. And then when I follow the call, I will feel that this is my right place. This is where I can develop most quickly my abhisa, my soul's journey, my Svarup journey will be very much come to a result of my realizations. So this is when I felt what I felt when you were reading.
So Suniti did explain very nicely. I just remember after her talking. So Vilapa Kusumanjali, first verse, second verse, third verse. Rupa Manjari was watching very intimate pastime in Govardhan's hills, what is it, kind of caves. And then, wow, so nice, so beautiful. I should call my dear Tulasi. Then Guru Manjari went to find out, to see Tulasi Manjari. And then Tulasi see her face, Rupa Manjari's face, lips is biting from somebody. And then he explained this first verse. And second verse calling all Stara Kamarini, round lotus, beautiful round lotus. And then show Swamini's like guna. And third verse saying Rupa Manjari to Rati Manjari. Oh, you were such a fortunate God. So this name show us intimate relationship and what kind of quality she has. Sometimes we are reading Bhagavad Gita from beginning. Many people say, why there is so many names of Krishna and Arjuna? I cannot remember. I don't understand. Sometimes people complain like this. But if we understand the relationship, the meaning of the name, then we can go more deep of what kind of relationship Krishna Arjuna has. Why Krishna say this name? In this mood, feeling, what is this mood? So the name, we understand the relationship and also feeling what Krishna want to tell. Sometimes encouragement, sometimes they say, don't worry. Many feelings coming out. So therefore, even though name, but the name also very deep meaning and feeling inside. Devotee beginning, like me, like just say name, don't understand the meaning. But slowly, more advanced, more deeply understanding, that we can understand the meaning, situation, feeling, and pastimes. Name, rupa, guna, and lila, sometimes seva, and sometimes praise, dham. So just to name, but slowly we can go into more deep meaning and deep feeling. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. Thank you for sharing. I also felt like that here the relationship is very important. Also, yesterday we shared about desire and greed, like Gurudev always says, are the two things we need. First, the desire to serve Swami, and because of that desire, always grow the greed of wanting it more and more, so we can cross all the obstacles when we have so fixed goal. And here we can see how Swamini has such a strong desire, attraction, and greed to run to Krishna, but not because she wants to enjoy or she wants something, but because she wants to serve him and make him happy. And like Suniti said, she can hear Krishna's desire to meet her and Krishna's calling after her with her name. So similarly, Kusumanjali is feeling the strong desire to serve Swamini. And this desire and this possibility that Swamini calls her Manjari by her name is only possible if there is a relationship. So if the relationship is there, then the love can grow. So I feel it's very nice also that Suniti mentioned, like yesterday also, that we can feel this similar feeling if Gurudev, if we have the experience of Gurudev calling us by our name. And why? Because we have a relationship. Because our relationship and our love is so strong. Strong enough that it makes us very happy if he calls us by our name and tells us, come, you have to stay here. This is your place. And at the same time, Gurudev has such a strong relationship to his Gurudev, to his Guru Manjari. And he is doing this service, this seva of calling us and bringing us closer because of his love to his Gurudev and his love to Swamini. He so often says, this is my seva, Chatra and Charan. He has to take care of everyone and of everything of everyone. So we are very fortunate that our Gurudev is so fixed in his service that he takes us close to him and helps us to develop our relationship and develop desire and greed for the service of Swamini. Because of Swamini, because we want to make Swamini happy, or actually we want to help our Guru Devi to make happy to Swamini, and not because of our own benefit. So like we can see here also, Tulsi is not running because she wants to see something or she wants to do something or she wants to experience something, but because she knows that the tender, sweet, soft feet of Swamini will be so painful that she wants to be there if Swamini needs massage to soothe the pain that she didn't consider in the moment of the strong eagerness to meet Krishna when she's running. And Tulsi feels very, very happy and knows that Swamini has accepted her as her own because Swamini calls her by name. So like this, we can also feel this feeling of belonging and knowing, of acceptance of our Gurudev, if he's so personal with us, calling us by name. Radhe. O Devi, you will call me by name to engage me in massaging those painful lotus feet. Although you are Sri Punja Murti, the very form of abundant bashfulness, one of Sri Radhika's 108 names is Sri Bhatta Vastra Guptangi, she whose body is concealed by a silken garment of bashfulness. She wears a blue silken sari of bashfulness. Tulsi continues, you will not call anyone by name to help you with anything, but now you are calling me because you are overwhelmed by the feelings of great love for me. I am yours only, and in this way you have accepted me. In this way, the maidservant also reciprocates and surrenders herself to Swamini's lotus feet. Shripad Prabodhananda Saraswati writes in Vrindavan Mahimamrita, the maidservant feels like dying when she is separated from her Shishvari, from her Shishvari's lotus feet for even a moment. She is staying by her lotus feet day and night, in past, present, or future. She does not covet anything else but Radha's lotus feet, and she's always immersed in a boundless ocean of blissful love for her. Even in dreams, she doesn't know anything else but Sri Radha's lotus feet, and she's like a river that swiftly runs towards the ocean of Sri Radha.
That is also a very sweet meditation, because the river is swiftly running towards the ocean. It's a natural move. So also I can check myself if my move is also, am I like a river that is flowing towards the ocean? If that is so, then I don't want to go my own way. I will just try to pray for the ability to flow towards the ocean of my, Guru Manjari and all the services that are coming in this world. And like through this, and by the mercy and help of my Guru Manjari, I will flow towards the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. So wherever I am in my journey, it will be a flow. Some, in every river, there's some big stones and also some big wooden pieces, or maybe sometimes a tree is falling into the river that can, stop the flow for a while. In our life, sometimes also we feel like there's a dam, there's a blockage, but we know the power of water. The power of the flow is so strong that sooner or later it will overcome that obstacle. And then the water will rush towards the ocean. And that's where we belong, at the lotus feet of the ocean of love. And the more I flow into this direction, and the closer I come, the current will be very strong. In the beginning, sometimes I feel my river of bhakti sometimes is so slow. And maybe it sometimes may dry out in the hot sun of the summertime, in the hot sun of separation, in the hot sun of separate desires. But that flow is unstoppable once it comes closer and closer and closer. That's why Gurudev says, come closer. When you come closer, then the flow of my love to the lotus feet of Swamini will take your heart along. You will not be thinking of any other things, but just that. And like a, miracle of good association and good wishes and firm faith, the river of my love, the river of my desire to serve will also be more swollen, and the current will become stronger and stronger. And the ocean is waiting also. And another thing that also came when I was listening to you, Kishori, when we are talking how the relationship is in the flow of love between also Gurudev and his disciples, then I remember from Prema Bhakti Chandrika, there's this one explanation, and I think it's from Rupa Goswami, when the maidservants, how they are introduced to Swamini, or maybe also Vilapa Kusumanjali. I think it's also Vilapa Kusumanjali that it's mentioned, that the maidservants are introducing a new maidservant. So what is happening? Then the Guru Manjari will say to Radha and Mohan, or somebody will say, oh, who is this new maidservant? Maybe Radharani would say, oh, you have someone there? Is this a new maidservant? And then Guru Manjari will say, yeah, this is a new Manjari. I brought her for your service. So this is actually also Gurudev's desire that the current of our bhakti, of our love to serve Srimati Radhika, will be so strong that he can introduce us to Swamini. He's waiting for this, waiting for the day that we will meet in our Siddha Dehas, and we can do service there also, together. And then Swamini will say, oh, who is this? Oh, I brought this new Manjari to you. She is very, very clever and very humble. I wanted to introduce her to your service. And like this, it goes in the flow of love. So when we have the good fortune of having a Guru Manjari who is so close with Srimati Radhika that she can introduce new dasis, then, oh, let's jump there, let's run there, and let's flow in this desire to go to the ocean of love and serve the ocean of love. With this strong desire that is like a current and unstoppable.
And you mentioned the stones and trees and maybe sometimes even a dam. Then it came to me that these obstacles are also increasing this current. Because if you imagine that one stone is there, the strength of the flow of the stream of the water is so much stronger when it has to go around or over the stone. It even makes some foam or some waves because it's so strong. And the dam makes even more stream because the water has to stay behind it and push with more strength. And then when the dam breaks, this flow is even more unstoppable. So these obstacles are also there to increase the desire and the greed.
Beautiful, Kishori. And sometimes obstacles there, then like dam, then more desire, more greed is coming, and more pain coming. then strong mercy of rain, Barsha is coming. And then this blockage is all thrown out. So this bhakti is called Raganuga or Rupanuga bhakti. So anuga, following is very important. Gurudev used to say anugatya, we follow a specific Brajabasi, which we want to be like her or like him. And this most example is our Gurudev, our Guru Manjari. So he already following in this mood. And he also guide us, please come with me. Then you are also in flow. Bhagavad Gita, last verse, Prabhupada say, our natural condition is in pleasure-giving potency. In this flow, radicals flow of pleasure-giving potency. This flooding Shakti's essence is Prema. Prema's essence is Mahabhava. Mahabhava's essence is Chintamani to fulfill all desire of Mohan, or our case, Radhika. So then we are more in flow. Sometimes this flow drowns us in the ocean of rasa, or ocean of the feeling. Radhe Radhe.
Now I was also feeling that for us, it is a great example that Raghunath Das Goswami in his prayers is explaining this condition of a maidservant that is feeling separation by saying, I feel like dying when I am separated from you. And he is feeling as Raghunath in his thoughts, in his smaran, and in his dreams in the night. Anywhere he looks in his visions, he can only see Swamini. And why this Tulsi Manjari and especially Raghunath Das Goswami is feeling like lifeless. There is no life. There is no meaning to life. And I feel dead if I cannot be close to you. Because the Manjari form, like you were explaining, the form of Radharani is Mahabhav and Prema. Is Prema personified. Like this Manjari is made of service. Her body consists of seva. This is something fascinating for me because I live in my material consciousness in this physical body, and from that consciousness it's very impossible to realize, to see, to understand what is the meaning of a body that consists of feelings or a body that consists of service. But how I understand it is that there is no body, there is no Tulsi Manjari if she doesn't have service. So if she cannot serve to Swamini, then she feels dead, because then her whole existence is not there. So she feels like non-existent if she cannot serve Swamini. And I feel that now this, by your beautiful sharings, this picture of the river, also there, an addition came to that picture in my mind, that if this flow is so strong in the case of our Gurudev, or in the case of Raghunath Das Goswami, it is described as a river that constantly flows towards the ocean of love. So that constantly flows because of the strong desire, like you shared, because of the greed that any obstacle can only increase the greed. Nothing can stop it. And like you mentioned, Suniti Didi, that when we are on our journey, then sometimes this river can be almost empty, very dry. So I felt like, what is the water in Kusumanjali's case? It's the tears of separation. It's the crying for the service of Swamini. So, because otherwise she feels like she's lifeless. So she's crying for this. And these prayers and meditations that we can hear are all the tears of her separation. And so if we want to make our river full of water, we have to stay very close to our Gurudev. Like you said, then first of all, some drops of Gurudev, powerful river, can maybe drop into our river. And also our desire can grow that we know to cry for this so we can fill our river. Because if we don't cry for this, if we don't feel any separation, then no water will be there. What to speak of current.
Very beautiful. Meditations in the morning. Very deep. When we read these verses, and we can see the intense desire and greed of Raghunath, of Kusumanjali, then we may ask ourselves, why I'm not so greedy? What is the difference between me and Kusumanjali or Raghunath Das? One important difference is that he realized the direct service and the darshan of Radhika, and I not. So, to understand his, what is it?
Intention.
No, I will not say disaster, but it's like this. When he is separated, this,
Agony, maybe.
Agony or this Verzweiflung.
Desperation.
Huh?
Desperation.
Maybe this is the right word in English. Desperation. This heavy feeling of separation. To understand this, we have to know that he got the darshan. And when he came so close to Swamini that he got the service and the darshan. So, and automatically all desires and all his senses, how you said, Kishori, his senses, his body is made for seva, are automatically completely fulfilled when he comes close to Swamini. And when he is separated, then he automatically in the same moment is verzweifelt, desperate, how Suniti said.
Desperate.
Huh?
Yes.
No? So, this is the difference between us and him. So, to feel this desperation, is it right? To feel that we need to get the darshan. Without the darshan, that will not appear. So, our greed has to be on that point that we get one small seva or one glimpse of a darshan. So then that will also be in our heart, this desperation, this intense feeling of separation. Before we meet our beloved Swamini face to face, we cannot create these feelings of separation in ourselves. It's not possible. But what we can do is to become greedy because of his explanation that are so beautiful described in these verses of Vilapa Kusumanjali. So, by mercy of Gurudev, we can create some greed because we heard about that position of a manjari. And our hope and faith is really that we get the darshan. That will happen someday. But for us, it's really this greed. Oh, maybe today. Why not today? So our prayers should be like this, what I feel. Oh, please, please, give me a glimpse of your beauty so that my greed will growing, that my greed will have no end, that there is only one thing I desire in my life, to get it again and again and again, and to get a service to your beauty. So this is the input we need. We need one small darshan of that most beautiful Radhika. So, and then our love, our prema will find no end if we get the glimpse of this. And there is then all other things will become not only secondary, but I don't know, but complete useless. No other desire will be there, but only this one desire again to see her beautiful face and to can even a small seva to that. This is we only can be greedy. This is, and praying to that. And, like it is, we read just now, when will you, although you are shyness personified, call me by name to massage those lotus feet? And how she know my name? How do she know my name? This is Gurudev's mercy. He gave me the name, and he will tell Swamini about my name. And so when she know my name, she can call me, because we have a personal relationship. We are not unperson. We are personal. She know because my Guru Manjari told her a name. So there will come, I think Suniti told us, there is a new Manjari. Her name is this and that. To massage those lotus feet. Then I know that you have accepted me as your own. When you call me by name, this is our full topmost desire and our greed that Swamini will call us, and we listen this by our spiritual senses. We can listen her voice when she is calling. That is not an impersonal call. It's a direct call. Darshan is not impersonal. It's a real darshan. That means there is a body. It's not nobody. It's a body. It's a spiritual body with spiritual senses, divine. We cannot see with these eyes. But then we get, by mercy of Gurudev, we get a divine body. And we can see her face to face. It's described in these books. And by the description of Raghunath Das, we know there is a body, there are senses, hands to serve. Everything is there, but it's all divine. And we have no lust, not material, so-called love. There is prema, and this is different to lust. So when prema arises, no other desires anymore, only more prema. That's what we can learn here when she will call us by name. So one day, please, Swamini, call us by name, call me by name for a small service. This is my goal. And together with my Guru Manjari, I will do this. He is always with me. How Gurudev explained, his Guru is always with him. So we are two Manjaris there, best friends, very close.
So you mentioned you asked at the beginning of your sharing, what is the difference between us and Raghunath Das Goswami? And now through your beautiful explanation, it also became clear that the difference is that he is living in Svarup. He's living 100% in his spiritual consciousness, in his spiritual body as Tulsi Manjari.
Right.
Even if he's outwardly seen, seemingly in this material body as Raghunath Das Goswami, inside in his meditation, still he is in Tulsi in the Svarup as Tulsi Manjari. And even everything that he does as Raghunath is only to pray again for more service to Swamini and to her Guru Manjari. And I am living in my material body. I identify myself with this material consciousness. So that is the difference, because if I live here, then I have the desires that I have in my material body, and there is no one-pointedness. There are only so many different desires every day that I want to fulfill for myself, not for Swamini. Even for someone else, what to speak of Swamini, only for me. So how to come out of this material identification, like you mentioned, for that we need the mercy of our Gurudev. And it is already a huge, huge mercy that we have our Gurudev in our lives. So he is here and he gives us the spiritual identity and shows us the way how to live in this. So if I don't have that one-pointed desire, I have to stay very, very close to my Gurudev and be ready for any seva that he gives to me. Anything. Go and look what the gateman is doing, or go and call that person, or whatever he says. I have to be ready any moment to do the service, because through the service only, even in this material body, only through the service I can come closer to my spiritual body, which is made of service. So how I will come there? Only through seva, only through service. So, and then
one seva, Kishore, we just doing. One important service we just doing now. And this is reading this book. This is an intense desire of Gurudev. Sometimes we forget that this reading of Vilapa Kusumanjali, this is the most important service, isn't it?
So when we do this service, it's a good example. Then we feel something. Then we feel we get actually even in our inside, we can meditate on a lila and we can feel some feelings. Maybe we feel inspiration. Maybe we feel even happy. We feel so many things because of that service. So you said we need a drop of the darshan of Swamini, but Swamini is the personification of prema. So that drop of darshan can also be that one feeling that we feel through the service that we are doing. So if she is Mahabhav, which is feeling like all emotions, all feelings, and we can feel some of it, and that is the darshan.
Uh,
So we can develop more greed for service.
this darshan comes so close by reading this book. Why? Because Raghunath Das knows our disaster. He knows about our problem, that we are this kind of, desperate people who are searching for something that is not described in this kind of details. And so, because he got the darshan, he got service many times, he always come back and describes it to us so that we get a glimpse of an idea of that beauty. And so this book is the most beautiful and the greatest mercy to us, because this Nitya Siddha, this eternal liberated soul of our Raghunath Das, he knows about our misery. He knows all this, like also Jesus knows the misery of the people of this world. And so he always come back from his meditation and described all details. How beautiful our Swamini is, how beautiful the service is, how Govardhan is so many caves, all these details about moonlight, about lotus, about this and that, gemstones and how it mates from, it's all described so in detail, it's never done before, so that we get a glimpse of an idea how this is a beautiful spiritual abode, and that it's completely personal. We read about, what is the grandmother of Radhika's name? What is her name? Mukara, yesterday, I think it was, no? So how they have a close relationship, even in this spiritual abode. And so because of this, we get a glimpse of an idea how it will be. And by mercy of Gurudev, we got the idea of a spiritual body, and we have to work on it to develop this body. And as more as we develop our spiritual senses, our spiritual body, our spiritual name, our spiritual service, and so on, our spiritual relationship to our Guru Manjari, as more close we come to a direct darshan. And this book is such a great mercy, so that we are really able to enter more and more in this, because of these details in the description of relation to Swamini. So this is an important service Gurudev gives to us, that we read this book every day and go and enter with our mind in the Leela. And by this entering, our spiritual body is growing. Every verse you read, Kishori, our spiritual body is growing. So we enter in that spiritual body, because we cannot imagine that only by the material body and senses. A Manjari can understand this, what is described in this book, but a material one who is identified with the gunas and with his family and so will not understand the meaning of all this book. Jai Shirate.
Jai. And I like, Kishori, how you also make it clear for us that every drop of feeling is already a kind of growing into the darshan, because Srimati Radhika is feelings, made by feelings, and is giving us feelings through, different ways, through the Vaishnavas, through Gurudev, through our services, and listening especially. And then we can build our feeling body. Very nice. Radhi, Radhi.
Jai Shri Radhe. As much as Swamini has trust, wait,
In her. There's one word missing, in.
uh-huh. As much as Swamini has trust in her maidservants, that much she loves them. She understands I can make her serve just as I want it. She cannot count on anyone like that. During the rasa dance, she sees that her lover gets pain in his feet. So she tells her loving kinkaries, massage his feet. Similarly, you now also order me, Tulsi, massage my feet. I came running too quickly, and I hurt my feet in this way. How much affection Swamini shows for her maidservant. Oh Swamini, will I never even get a single drop of experience of your mercy, either in dreams, visions, or smarana? When the devotee's heart breaks, his weeping will burst out of it. His heart weeps for want of experience of this ocean of mercy. For obtaining this fortune, one must exclusively surrender to her lotus feet. Sri Dasa Goswami gives the example.
So I feel this very beautiful sentence. At first, I feel I'm yours. Completely surrender in Sadhaka Deha. And then this vision, dream, vision was Smaranam. And finally, Shakshat Darshan. And then finally, Manjari would say, you are mine. This belongingness of surrender. And then more surrendering. And then Swamini thinking, you belong to me. Then Swamini order and call. Like, you and Smriti mentioned, Shori and Smriti mentioned. At first, Gurudev said, oh, Prabhu, oh, Didi, something like that. But slowly, he feel, oh, he is surrendering. And he recognize our some humble attitude or humble service. Then he said, oh, naming, oh, Kishori, oh, Suniti, oh, Gora Sundara, hey, Jayananda, come, eat, come, serve. You go this place, that place. So, and then more feeling relationship, more strong relationship, and more feeling both belongingness. Sometimes we feel belongingness is not good in material life, but the spiritual life, this belongingness and so much give us pleasure. And then more we surrender and more realizing and more feeling this both raga and raga, even this Manjari to Swamini's, this kind of reciprocation is so beautiful. So in our case, we may not understand from beginning, but this relationship we do with Gurudev, then this relationship in a spiritual body, we could do with Guru Manjari and our Swami.
Now comes a quote from Vishakananda Stotram. I worship Radha, who has lotus eyes I remember Radha, whose face sweetly smiles. I speak of Radha, who melts of compassion. Thus, I have no other shelter than her.
This is very famous. They're very famous. Bhajami Radham Aravinda Netram Smarami Radham Madhura Smitasyam Vadami Radham Karuna Bharadram Tato Mamanyasti Tatirnakapi. I remember when we were in Mungamandia once, when Radhika was very much smaller, then we were practicing this together on harmonium, and the kids learned this song. It's beautiful to sing it on harmonium. It's a beautiful Mahaprasad prayer from our Kusumanjali, and I was just feeling so much gratitude in my heart when it came. Before, and Jayananda Maharaj also knows this, we were so much trained in Krishna and worshipping Krishna, speaking about Krishna. And it's not so, how do you say that, ordinary that we can speak about Swamini now. It's mercy. You can only speak about someone that you don't know by hearing from someone who knows that person. So, by the mercy of the maidservants, who are now becoming more and more prominent on this earth planet, maybe more prominent than ever before, we listen of the glories of our Swami. And by listening, we can also remember, and then we can speak. And by speaking, like Maharaj was saying the other day, if that speaking has the power of realization, or even the power of good practice, then something will manifest. Because the feelings that any person has when they are speaking, it will appear in the speaker's heart, which is, if this listener's heart, the listener also are very open and very greedy to receive. So just that was my meditation. How merciful has Gurudev been, being here in Vrindavan all the time. Even when he was traveling before the 20 years he was traveling, he will only speak about Radhika in, special moments. In general, public meetings, he will say love. So now we have come to that stage where Gurudev is revealing to us the most intimate and most confidential aspects of Srimati Radhika's love to Mohan and her service to Mohan, and how we can serve her. So this is the mercy of our Guru Parampara that is shining through our Gurudev, shining through Guru Manjari, and in the end, it will also shine in our hearts. And Gurudev also has this desire that our hearts will shine, with this love of Srimati Radhika, so that we can also more and more personify it inside and outside. And that mercy is flowing now like a river that is very strong to the ocean of Srimati Radhika's lotus feet. So I just felt this gratitude, and thank you all also for coming and listening greedily. And I know also, although Gurudev has at the moment some resting time for recovering, he also is listening us. He's also very greedy. He says, I cannot live without listening anymore. Like Srimati Kusumanjali says, I cannot live without my Swamini. Our Guru Manjari says, I cannot live without hearing and speaking about Swamini. Like this, very beautiful. We are doing this service according to our level best. We are trying to develop the feelings. And when we are listening, this beautiful prayer from Raghunath Das about how he is worshipping Radha, remembering Radha, and speaking of Radha, I was feeling how lucky we are that we can follow in their footsteps. This is real anugatya.
So, when we love somebody, then we want to talk always someone who loves, who I loves, who we loves. So before we are talking about Krishna, Krishna, but now changing. We are talking Radha, Radha, Radha. And then this song is so beautiful. And this Radha Dasham, our Gurudev, introduce us. And what is it? Please come. This Radha Darshan is so tasty, so beautiful. Please come with me. So if I remember our journey of bhakti, this Abhisar. So by Nitai's mercy, our Nityananda's mercy, Janavama's mercy, slowly we are developing this taste for Radha's name, Radha's quality, and Radha's lila. This Gurudevs make us more drink, more go in deep.
Make us drunk.
Yeah, and then slowly, this is divine, and then more honey wine. We could feel it. This is mercy. Gurudev's mercy. Our God brother, God sister is like a Gurudev's like a Kripapatra. So we are sharing together. Then we can feel more Gurudev. We can feel more Kusumanjali, or feel more Swamini, our Swami. So this hearing, talking, and remembering our Swamini's pastime, Rupa, Guna, Lila, or Seva. This is, I think, essential sadhana and sadhya to attain and Swamini and Seva of Swamini. Radhe Radhe. I feel like this.
Jai Ho, Jai Nanda. So nice sharing today. And for me, my fixed point today was when you call me by name. This is my meditation. And I remember one song from the 70s. There's You've Got a Friend. And wherever I am, you just call my name. I found it.
You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again.
It's a good song, this one. Good song.
I'm running
Yeah.
to
I don't
see
know.
you again, to serve you again.
My God, so beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? It's just the point.
Wow.
Winter, spring,
Winter,
fall,
spring, summer, or autumn.
or fall. All you got to
I'd be there.
call,
Yeah.
and I will be there.
You've got a servant.
Wow.
You've got a Darcy.
You got it.
That I like to share. It came in my mind because it's just the point.
Wow, beautiful.
Call me by name. I am your servant. Jai Shri Radhe.
Wow.
No, I think American.
American song.
It's a very famous old
James Taylor.
James Taylor. He's probably in another body now.
Oh my God.
Maybe also Darcy today. We know. Don't know. Jai Shri Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda